Hello, baseball fans. Welcome to BBSN. And just a quick update on the next project that I'll be undertaking, the Strat project, which I talked about earlier. Decided to change it up a little bit after talking to a fellow YouTuber online. And we talked about the 1922 St. Louis Browns. And one of the things that has always struck me with them is really how overlooked they were. And granted, second place teams usually do not get much love, but if the New York Yankees had not really been in the beginning of their great dynasty in 1922, I think this Browns team would get a lot more love or be remembered a lot more fondly than they are. If Babe Ruth had stayed in Boston, this team probably would have won the pennant in 1922 and gone on to the World Series against the Giants. And looking at it, it really was as solid as any team in baseball at the time, and in my opinion, was the very best of the St. Louis Browns franchises. I know they only had one World Series representative in their history in the American League prior to moving to Baltimore in 1954. And that World Series representative or appearance occurred during World War II when rosters were decimated due to service. So this team, far and away to me, the best in the history of the franchise. And arguably, looking at the outfield left to right, Ken Williams, Baby Doll Jacobson, and Jack Tobin, arguably at the time was the best baseball or best outfield in baseball. You could definitely make an argument and put them up against any other team. They definitely had the most prolific slugger in the American League, not named Babe Ruth at the time, in Williams. They did have a very solid and veteran infield with Wally Gerber and Marty McManus in the middle, and of course the great Hall of Famer George Sisler at first base, who really was definitely the premier offensive first baseman of his day, and would really remain so until Lou Gehrig came along. So always been intrigued by this team. So what we're going to do is put them into a time machine and take them forward to 1977 and replace the Toronto Blue Jays, who won 54 games that year, with this Browns franchise in the American League East, and see how they fare. Pitching will be an issue. They do have two solid top rotation guys in Urban Shocker and Elam Van Gilder. After that, questionable and a very sparse bullpen. Only three relievers on this team, so their starters are going to get a lot of work. Not a lot of power in the lineup outside of Williams. Tobin had 13 home runs that year, and McManus had 11. But apart from that, everyone else was in single figures. Still, I think they can compete, and they will definitely do better than Toronto did, and in my opinion, have a legit shot to take third or fourth in the division that year. And basically, they're going to play the Toronto Blue Jays schedule, and whoever the Blue Jays played, I will make sure that the starting pitcher and lineups match up as close as possible to reality, and see how they do. So I'm looking forward to getting this going, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And until next time, keep rolling. Have a good day.